Yeah, this is the continuation of part 2. But yeah, homework is the big part of it. And basically the homework is actually the work being done in the home. And that's learning about your health. Not only are you learning about your health, you're getting healthy. Which in turn would make you have a healthy brain. All these diseases that people think that's hereditary, Dr. Sebi and Dr. Group have already proved and came out and said that it has nothing to do with that. It's all basically that comes down to mucus and glucose. And people that smoke cigarettes, I used to be one of them, glucose, sugar. So you have children on Depakote, and you have these kids out here on this wild ass stuff, and it's just a straight up violation. It's destroying their body, it's destroying their brain. Then you have the food that's just basically crazy, and then on top of that you have people scraping for pennies. Not only is it now no work out here for the kids, but it's no work out here for the adults. You have nothing out here. So something needs to be implemented in a company form where these services are voluntary, but they're voluntary as far as you getting your paycheck. Like, you have to do something in order to receive the paycheck. And as far as the finance breakdown, it can be basically managed by that person who you came to basically with these symptoms that you signed your kid up with having. And this is not something that is a bad thing. It's basically saying, as a parent, if you have no skills, you need to get up off your ass so you can have something up under your belt other than what you think you have. And there's nothing wrong with basically learning something else or learning something new. And I think that's the fear with people. Like, if you want to be a cook, if you want to be a chef, if you want to do things in creation time, instead of sitting around drinking beer and smoking cigarettes and getting turned up and just wasting space and energy, you're not setting the example needs to be set for the kids, for the children. And if the children see, oh, my mom does this, or my dad, or this such and such, we're like, well, while they're working, they're doing this, I want to do this because I want to have my own income. I want to have my own place to live. You will be taught how to properly read bills, how to sign contracts, what to look for. And these are all important things. And this is what's being missed out here. This has to go all the way down to the courts, because these people are putting these kids in jails, and it's a violation. No child should be in jail for something that can be paid within restitution or within community wise. Like, it has to stop. And if someone can come up with a grant program that can keep the flow going in a positive realm, I can tell and see where it can go right then and there. And I see nothing but greatness. And if you have people that want to sit up here and make excuses for things, they don't have to come. That's the thing. But remember, you're the one who signed your kid up and said that they had ADHD or they had this and that or whatever else and psychosis. This shit is bullshit. It's the food, it's the water. If you don't know anything about fluoride, if you don't know anything about bromide, if you don't know anything about chemtrails, and these are not conspiracy, these are just all names that the government have created, and basically you look up and it gives you what they are. Like, that's all it is. Everybody has a fucking computer on their goddamn hip, but no one wants to seem to look up these words. Everybody wants to throw the bullshit on top of the bullshit, and it has to stop. Children are not being respected. Parents are not being respected, and then the homes are being broken, and then you look for people to raise your kids, and then you want to sit around and complain all day. Well, that shit needs to stop. So that's where this whole resort incident, this whole idea comes from. It needs to be a calm, creative, eco-friendly resort for children, families, and needs, and those that are really in need. You have people that are working that are on Section 8. That's the most craziest shit I've ever heard. These are people that are in need, and they're sitting in shit, while people who sit and do nothing are sitting in houses, and that is bullshit. And I've seen this with my own eyes, and it's crazy. And I can't. My brain won't even allow me to figure that out. So yeah, parents need to be held accountable. And accountable means if you feel your child had these diseases, then you need to be the one to come to the Gifted Creation Recreation Resort, and we can figure this out together and get this all on the right path, and you and your child and your family can have a better life and a better setting, and everybody can go on their merry way, because this what's going on now obviously is not working. The Section 8 is not working. The GIERAs with all these people are not fucking working. So yeah, it needs to be done. That's all I have to say. Over and out.
Put that your own money on. You was gone.